Ballad Health formed as a merger of the two health systems in the region, Mountain States Health Alliance and Wellmont Health System. So we currently serve 29 counties. We have 20 hospitals, and they range from 500 plus tertiary to a 2-bed critical access hospital. The level of confidence that I have in the products that we're delivering through the Smarthood technology is just higher than it's ever been. So again, that level of confidence that I have, that translates directly to the individual doses we deliver to our patients. So regardless if it is our pediatric patients, our geriatric patients, every patient is important. Every patient is special. It matters. Every dose matters. And so ensuring that we have done everything possible to ensure that it's not only sterile, but that it's correct.
I think our starting point, like a lot of hospitals, was a blend of a camera off of eBay, a computer that the OR uses, a whole kind of mix and match of different pieces that we tried to put together into a single workflow. And so for us, as we started looking at the Smarthood and what it would enable us to do, we were really looking for a solution that would streamline and bring all of that together to create a streamlined, standardized process. We couldn't standardize what we were doing. We had 3 different hoods with 3 different layouts, 3 different implementations of a type of IV workflow that created a lot of questions around, well, I do it this way in one hood, but a little differently in another hood. And so having that lack of standardization was one of the things that really drove us toward being able to use the Smarthood. We were consistently cited in surveys for breaking the sterile barrier too many times. When you have a computer and a scanner that is outside of the hood, and then you're trying to compound inside of the hood, and you're constantly looking back and forth, it creates a lot of opportunities for breaking that barrier, which then creates a lot of opportunities to be non-compliant with how you handle yourself as you move in and out of that barrier. And so that was something we struggled with pretty consistently. So by having a hood that has a barcode scanner, a camera, a computer, a label printer, a gravimetric scale inside of that, what it does is it creates something that our pharmacists have confidence that they can more quickly check and move that product out the door.
With the Smarthood, it's a lot easier. My screen is actually inside the hood. That makes things so much better. So even if I have to retake a photo, I don't have to leave the hood. It increases the speed of my workflow. It's just an easier process. And again, not having to leave the hood just makes it quicker. Yes, having the barcode scanner inside the hood is an extremely valuable tool. It recognizes, is this the right fluid? Is this the right drug? And if it's not, I'm still inside the hood. If I have a fluid in the hood that I've prepped, I already have it there. It saves me a solid 5 minutes. The dispense prep altogether from start to finish to the patient, being able to streamline those photos, be able to complete everything inside the hood, including printing that label, I'd say it would take off a solid 10 minutes from start to finish.
I had foot surgery a couple of years ago, and just the turning the up and down, a little bit cumbersome for me, just because of that. But with the new equipment, I don't have to worry about, am I going to have to turn around? Do I have to get up? Do I have to move around a lot? It's all right there, right in the front, without, a lot of manipulation. Well, using the camera that we put in there, it works, and you can adjust it to some degree, to make it show you what you want it to see. But with the camera built in, you don't have to worry about, am I focused enough? It's automatically going to do that for you. So that's one of the good things that I'm like, oh, that looks really good. And it's, before you send it out that it's going to be right. With the new system, with the computer inside the hood already, we can just type what we want and they can respond back, right then.
Humans are always prone to error. So just that it gives you the recipe for whatever product you're making, that it can scan the barcode and tell you if it's the right drug. I mean, all of those are small catches, but they're huge catches at the same time. Because whether it's putting it in the wrong fluid or putting the wrong drug in, having that technology to catch it is a huge patient safety win.
Having something as simple as a trash chute. That is such a simple and small adjustment to a hood, but it creates that ability to stay focused on what you're doing, to have a clean prep area. I think about times that I've been in the hood, and as much as you want to keep everything nice and neat, sometimes your trash just starts piling up in a way that you really wish you could just get it out of there. And so having that trash chute, I'm telling you, it's something simple. But having the layout, having a dedicated space for cameras is something that we need. But at the same time, you've got to be mindful of the area and the space. So I think back to our previous implementation, and we had this huge area dedicated to the camera image. Well, the camera didn't even take a picture that big, but that was the area that we had designated because that's what we could purchase, was to fit that area. And so we were taking up more of our hood than we even needed to. So it's creating that inefficiency. So having a hood that is truly designed start to finish around IV workflow is something that I think actually speeds up. It's not just one little thing. It's not the labels. It's not the trash chute or the camera position or any one thing. It's that whole combination of the entire hood, start to finish, that really enables an efficient process. The idea behind the Smart Hood, a lot of it's really about communication. How do we communicate the right information at the right time to the technician or to the pharmacist? We do that using technology. And so if we can streamline and create a product that allows us to give that pharmacist time back, then now we can all of a sudden take that time and do something that's going to benefit the patient in a different way.
What's incumbent upon pharmacy leaders is that they ensure that as they bring forth innovations and things that do decrease time, that doesn't vaporize, that is redeployed to something that is of high value to the organization. So the decision to standardize on Smarthood throughout Ballad Health was very easy, actually, because when you look at the components that are available and just the continued partnership as well with Smarthood as a company, it was really pretty simple.